I got you a present. Happy birthday, sis.
I'ma hit it from the back, I'ma pull up on a nigga with a bitch, pussy wetter than the lake. Young coin got a nigga bitch, pound to the seat in the back of the new car, got more loud than the parade.
Hey guys, it's Sunny here, and me and Senkill are going to be going over how the hypothetical America could possibly collapse due to Jared Diamond's 5-point framework. Hope you guys enjoy the visual aid and commentary. Thank you.
Okay, so let's talk about the framework collapse in a scenario where a theoretical America has collapsed, is collapsing due to the 5-point framework. So let's start with, go ahead and throw one out there, why zombies could collapse, and what from the framework could cause it to collapse from the 5-point.
So obviously, social response, environmental change, and what was it? How we change the environment, or whatever.
The government.
Well, social response and environmental change.
Human damage to the environment.
Yeah, there's that too. Yeah. So obviously, people being people, we don't react well to new things.
Especially in perilous situations.
So let's say it was a random zombie on the street. If it was a random zombie on the street and someone, obviously wanted to check it out or something, I don't know. People are stupid and stuff. And they check it out, they get bit and it spreads, blah blah blah, etc. etc. Typical zombie shit.
Millions of zombies.
Typical zombie shit. And then, with this whole zombies apocalypse shit or whatnot, people would freak out and whatnot. People would try to get to somewhere safe. They'd use their cars, they'd run each other over, they'd crash into people, they'd kill other people and whatnot. Over, I don't know, like a bag of Cheetos maybe. The last Twinkie.
Something dumb. The last Twinkie. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Zombieland reference. But yeah. And freaking, there's your environmental change and whatnot from, like, humans, whatever, or destruction of the environment and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then we'd end up contaminating some water with, I don't know, blood, fucking zombies and shit, rotten flesh and whatnot. The sewer system wouldn't be controlled or maintained. So if anything overflowed, and then they overflowed, and that was that. Whatnot.
It's a lot of overflowage.
Yeah, people would be robbing others, killing others, raping others, and shit. It would be
there'd be lack of support from friendly neighbors because there probably aren't any friendly neighbors left to protect you.
Probably that too.
Because you contaminated your friendly neighbors when you shipped those people off across sea.
Yeah. And then whatchamacallit, let's see, it's basically the purge, but with zombies, and everyone gets fucked.
Yes. Precise.
Yep. And then since, as a lot of movies say, it's a virus and whatnot, and it's airborne, viruses change constantly to evolve and to be, basically have no cure to it.
Yeah, and as I stated previously in our last take, which is that there is already a virus out there called the Orpheocordyceps virus. Well, not a virus, but it's actually a living fungus that spreads in ants, and ants infect other ants and eat other ants and kill other ants. And out of behavior they cannot control because they are mentally ill, and they are technically, you could call them insane ants. It's like a mad ant disease instead of mad cow disease, but instead of a disease, it's actually a living fungus that spreads and has spores, and it goes airborne, and they can't defend themselves against it. And as in with most diseases and infections, they evolve in the food chain, going up and upscaling as they go up the food chain, so they get not only stronger but more resistant to your resistance, and they could become deadlier, of course. So that's definitely a problem.
Yep.
'Cause that is an actual real thing, not just hypothetical. That is a possibility of something that can happen. Maybe not immediately, since most things evolve slowly and gradually evolve, but it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
Especially
sure.
if humans were playing around with it and they accidentally sped up the evolution process by splicing and things like that, and they just are idiots. 'Cause
Well,
they
know,
think it's
we
gonna be
fucked
fun.
up. But yeah, so there's that.
And the whole process begins when a single spore lands on the insect, penetrating the soft tissue through the tiny holes of its body known as spiracles. Once inside, the spore germinates, forming a mycelium, a network of vegetative mass that consists of thousands of branches known as hyphae. These thread-like hyphae slowly explore and invade any available space within the insect's tissue. While this is all happening, the fungi is slowly breaking down and consuming the insect for nutrients. At this point, the insect is slowly getting digested from the inside out. The only tissues that are left intact are the vital components to keep the insect alive for a couple more hours, as during this time, the fungi will start to alter the behavioral patterns of the host to benefit its own needs. Ophiocordyceps unilateralis is the best studied parasitic fungi. It infects ants of the Camponotini tribe. Once the fungi infects the host and has reached the point just before the release of its spores, it guides the infected ant away from the safety of the nest to find an area off the ground that has suitable temperature and humidity for optimal fungi growth. Once it's found the suitable conditions, the fungi forces them to climb under a leaf and bite down. This is known as the death grip. From now on, the host remains there for between 4 to 10 days until it starves and dies. During this period, the fruiting bodies of the fungi will erupt through the ant's head while releasing the fungi spores. These microscopic spores drift softly in the wind, allowing them to travel in all directions and coating any surface they come in contact with. There they wait, remaining dormant for months. That is, until an unfortunate victim walks over them, picking up one of the deadly spores, resulting in the whole cycle starting again. This process can be devastating for the ants, as toward the end stage of infection, the host never travels far away from the nest. So those millions of spores are directly in the vicinity of the colony the ant had been protecting and providing for its entire life. This often leads to the fungus infecting and decimating the whole colony.